welcome to the room.
No, what are you talking about here?
I was roasting Bima down there. And Samoa. Oh my god, I heard Samoa getting roasted yesterday. Holy shit, this really annoying woman was like, "You're like my 13-year-old child, Samoa. You never know when to zip it."
Do you know what Lima did?
What?
She brought the whole letter to the Kitover and sent it to him.
Yeah, she would probably blow Mangione too. Did you see Mangione did the Heil Hitler at his sentencing? Samoa, welcome to the room. I didn't know you were a weightlifter.
I'm an athlete.
Yeah. Samoa?
No.
So I invited Beam up. This room is called The Wisdom of Donald Trump because people hate Donald Trump so much that they'll never discuss his intelligence, his strategy, his mercurial personality. And that's not just projection. I like to say all communication is projection. And so when Samoa, is such a great communicator, you really should be an attorney in the real world as opposed to a chosen attorney. Rich, a great PTR, Rich. I mean, fucking killer PTR, bro. There's no buts, bro. Like you had JJ in a tizzle yesterday with that PTR. I've seen similar PTRs, horrific looking images. Bima, welcome.
She was so fucking irritating. I'm so fucking wet right now. Please change it. I can't stand it. That big black monster in your screen.
Well, see, in this president.
The Attorney General. So that's what they're trying to do right now to get that dismissed. Then the autopsy reports that are coming out, this is what Elon Musk and other people are talking about right now, is that at the hospital, when they extracted his blood, it's like pre-mortality or like pre-death, right? And they say that he was still alive for 41 minutes at the hospital. So that's what the autopsy was, and then they talk about the amounts of drugs that were in the system. And so on and so forth. So, just wondering if you were read up on it or not.
Well, did you hear about the lady that killed her 3 kids and Bima believes it was her husband who really did it?
Well, I'm not certain.
Wait, I thought it was the pharmacy.
No, Bima thinks that it's a conspiracy. She thinks she has a conspiracy that he knew because his wife was having mental health problems.
It might not have
He
done that.
burnt his 3 kids, and then he took his 3 kids to death at the corner. And then he slammed the window on his wife and threw out the window.
He's familiar with the case. So what's interesting is there's just some inconsistencies, and also were interviewing, what's his name? Reddington. Reddington was interviewing, I think it was a therapist or psychologist or something. He goes, "Hey, did you
She was
hear
suicidal.
no? Did you hear the 911 call?" And then he said, "No, I didn't." And he said, "Would you be surprised if you listened to it and the same person, Patrick Clancy, who said I tried to off myself and then kill myself, and then he said, 'Where are the kids?' And she says, 'In the basement.' That he even does that all she could do was gurgle. There was nothing, and he was just like, 'Yeah, I actually would be surprised.'" So I mean, like, I don't know. 82 degree body temp. There's some things that are interesting. I mean, I don't know what the truth is, but it's not crazy to think that there is some, maybe a possible conspiracy here. Who knows? I don't know. Like, it seems like other her fellow nurses, they all seem to speak very highly. Like this, what is it? The psychosis they also talk about, how she was not in the, like, a, you normally would be able to tell when she was talking, when she was called. Like, why would she want her husband to hurry? Why would she call to make sure that the medication was prepared at the pharmacy before he got there? He's going to go there anyway. Why can't he do it? Why is she calling? I just want to make sure that you have it, but we'll make sure that's okay. That's interesting. All right, great. So she wants him to hurry, and then to also get the food. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't know. Why would you choose it?
Would you be saying all these things about this guy if he was black?
And like I said, I don't know if he did.
You'd be like, no. How dare you guys make these accusations?
Who knows? But I'm saying that there are things that don't add up.
You guys are claiming this man killed his.
So like, why do you think she's taking the fall, so to speak?
I think because she thinks that she did it. I think that she was in a state that was.
She had psychosis, postpartum psychosis, which made her forget everything and doesn't remember it. But her husband knew that was going on, so he murdered the 3 children and tried to kill her, but then she survived. And now, because of her psychosis state, now she believes that she's actually the one who did it. So
well, I'm not sure how much you know about postpartum. Or my neighbor, many
maybe
years
she
ago,
tried to kill her kids.
I don't, or maybe you don't know much about postpartum.
I have no idea.
Right, exactly.
The reason that my black ex and I are no longer together is because she had postpartum after a miscarriage.
So, okay, well.
She literally went crazy. She went from like a completely normal person to like sounding like Death Hippie. I don't know if you remember Death Hippie. Do you remember her chillism back in the day, Bima? Death Hippie?
No.
Hey guys, like there's like spirits that's talking to me, and there's like angels coming to me and giving me voices from God.
So
yeah, that's my ex now.
Well, it was pretty selfish that you choose to like leave her and so
no, she ended up breaking up.
Oh, okay.
She went fucking crazy.
Well, okay, I can imagine it. But anyway, my neighbor.
Only normal relationship.
My neighbor.
She got pregnant out of miscarriage and went fucking insane. Like when I say insane, I mean like literally medically fucking like John Kitover. Well, you guys are just waiting in the hallway to come back.
So the theory of the crime is basically she was in some sort of a psychosis. She has no memory of the events. And he came home after killing the children. And then he said, okay, cool. You don't remember what happened. I do. What happened was you killed them. Okay.
Yep. That's Bima's theory. Bima, we know you're in the hallway listening. You might as well just come back in.
So now they have this clips thing. Do you guys have any clips in your profile? I was gonna say, you don't have any clips in your profile yet. It takes a lot of work to get this stupid fucking app to auto-create a clip. I still can't get the Chicago mayor account.
Wait, are you live streaming right now?
I wouldn't be here wasting my time unless my yeah, unless my hey, hold on a second here. Good thing you didn't get through to the to what they call the microphone. You know what I'm saying? This is my beam of fat girl impersonation. You know how beam of laughs. That little fat person. Hey man. Yeah, you know that fat laugh. Dude, she's she takes it a step too far. Is she on Adderall or something? Like, who could come here at 1 o'clock in the afternoon and sell this crazy shit about this crazy killer woman?
I heard her one night, John. I kid you not, it was probably about 3 o'clock in the morning, and I was going to sleep. And I remember listening, and the last thing I heard was people talking about how the Rolo is defending himself when he murdered Austin Metcalf inside of in the heart because he got pushed because he was a little bitch.
Yeah.
And then I went back up at like 8 o'clock, and I was like, you know, I'm going to check Clubhouse real quick. When I went on there, people were saying the exact just bullshit. She was just up all night.
Yeah.
Just repeating herself like a fucking worker.
I've put that trunk room on multiple times at like 2 in the morning. It's still going. And I think they did a 72-hour run. You know, I live streamed audio. But really, at the end of the day, Matt Cool, Joe Hero, Edward, Pat Bay, anybody, and Timothy, whoever, and Edward thinks he's gonna try to like bring some kind of education. That's another crazy room. I'm getting ready to actually start live streaming these rooms again, like in separate recording studios, because they do go all day. So like the Bitcoin room, those guys are so consistent. Chillism is also super consistent. And just think about Nathan's brain and all the information that it gets. Yeah, it shrinks. You could say that shrinking it is like, you know, the cure in a way. Who knows? Then I was like, well, the best way to use this app is to turn it on, have your cameras ready, and then clip the rooms. And as soon as you're done clipping, immediately exit. Do not listen to anything unless you're clipping. That makes you a taker, not a giver. And the worst thing is, these people who think they're giving in the rooms, they think they're taking, but they're actually giving, which shows you how retarded they are. Well, because nobody's clipping, and fools will fool you with their words, the only way to reverse the fool is to clip it and to bottle it. You have to start bottling things. That's why I say, like, even you not recording your own clips shows how retarded you are.
I know, I'm very retarded. Everybody's come up here, you fucking dirty fucking Eastern European Slavic faggot. Alright, John, I brought him up, see if you can do this. I'm gonna get in trouble with other people. Bullshit, man. So what's up?
Nothing. I was going to read a book.
The one thing I know about is that,
Well, is for the most part meaningless and insignificant. And a lot of people win by never saying anything intelligent, controversial, or helpful, and that's how they win. So, you know, that helps with understanding. Do you read books, Hermes? So you're retarded. I'm asking you, are you retarded? Well, we got Peter down there. Peter is Iranian. He comes on here and this is what he sounds like. In the Brazilian free room, in the hotel is running the government and the we want to do. So you tell me, like, is he retarded? Is your English good? Well, you're retarded. You don't even read books. Oh, there's more reasons why you're retarded, not just two. There's probably like 1,000 reasons, really. Yeah, let me just prove it to you. Go ahead and tell me something intelligent. Retarded. It's prophesized. People believe that African Americans. Yeah. Never had one lesson.
Trying to make connection with groups that are radicalists.
Because that's where his superiors are sitting in.
But that's because they control that. They fund it. Do you pay attention to what's going on?
Do you know that billion
Do you know that ISIS and Al Qaeda are both terrorist groups created?
bitches, you know? Like
And American millionaires gifted their cards to Hitler. Y'all know Trump dumb as hell. Y'all using y'all ego to still push the situation. Trump a damn dummy, bro. A box of rocks, and y'all know that.
Trump is puppet of Arab people, of Muslims. That's who he is.
That when retards meet other retards, generally one of the retards is like, I can't argue with you. You angry. I'm happy. Leave me alone. Hello? Are you peaceful? Well, you sound retarded and a little angry. Just to stop using your lips, and then you will stop lying. Because right now, every time you speak, you're a faggot retard.
Strong against the elements, and his moral force, where bodily needs are satisfied without struggle. Consider also him that willeth to excel in speed or in battle, how he denieth himself the food he craveth, and all pleasures natural to him, putting himself under the harsh order of a trainer, so by this bondage he hath, at the last, his will. Now then, the one by natural, and the other by voluntary, restriction of companies to greater liberty. This is also a general law of biology, for all development is structuralization, that is, a limitation and specialization of an originally indeterminate protoplasm, which latter may therefore be called free in the definition of a pedant. They shall be no property from the flesh. Every man and everyone writing in the theater, the exercise of that which shall not be punished, I know. In my will, my wisdom. There shall be no penalty either by loss or curtailment of liberty, of rights, of wealth, or of social esteem, but this freedom shall be respected of all, seeing that it is the right of the bodily will. For the same reason thou shalt cause force, or desire, or ideal. Every man and every woman hath full right either to grant or to deny the body, as the will speaketh within. This being made custom, the evils of love, which are many, extending to the restorements not only of body, but of mind, and that the obscure cause shall little by little disappear from the face of his unspeakable glory. This is free bounty in human balls. Let him think as he will concerning none of us, unless none seek to impose that thought upon and by any threat of penalty in this world, or any I kindle thee to effort in thy way. Whole matter rise in thy will. But if I urge thee to run well this race as an athlete, it is because I have perceived in thy nature that fierce lust and mighty concentration in that will. And I write this letter unto thee, knowing well that thou wilt rejoice exceedingly therein, since it is an expression of thy own will, and it may be a disguise, which thing thou vehemently seekest, I charge thee, therefore that thou permit not to tyrannize any other in thought, or to threaten, or in any other wise to blaspheme the great liberty of our Father, the Son, in the great cosmos, whereof his disregent in the little. Patient freedom, property, the giver of God. Let it teach thee as he will concerning words. But let none seek to impose that thought upon another by any threat of penalty in this world or any is one light of the sun, though it is distributed. Over walls, mountains, and other things infinite there. There is one common substance, though it is distributed among countless bodies which have their several qualities. There is one soul, though it is distributed among infinite natures and circumspections. There is one intelligent soul, though it seems to be divided now in the things which have been mentioned, all the other parts, such as those which are air and substance, are without sensation and have no fellowship. And yet even these parts the intelligent principle holds together, and the gravitating towards the same. But intellect in a peculiar manner tends to that which is of the same kin and combines with it, and the feeling for communion is not interrupted. Man, thou hast been a citizen in this great state. What difference does it make to thee whether for 5 years? For that which is conformable to the laws is just for all. Where is the hardship then? If no tyrant nor yet an unjust judge sends thee away from the state, but nature who brought thee into it, the same as if a praise. But in life the 3 acts are the whole drama. For what shall be a complete drama is determined by him who was once the cause of its composition and now of its dissolution. But thou art the cause of neither depart than satisfied. For he also who releases thee is satisfied. When thou riches or healing, and when thou hast seen Euphrates, think of Ulysses or hast seen Leonard, and let this thought be in thy mind. Where then are those men? Nowhere. For nobody knows where, for thus continuously thou wilt look at human things as smoke, and nothing at all. Especially if thou reflectest at the same time that what has once changed will never exist again is thy existence. For what else are all these things except exercises for the reason when it has viewed carefully and by examination into their nature the things which happen in life. Until thou shalt have made these things thy own, as the stomach which is strength and makes all things its own, as the blazing fire makes flame, and the brightness of the evening that is thrown into air. keys to the great gate, being 8 in 1 and 1 in 8. First let the body of thee be still, bound by the cerements of will. Corpse rigid, thus thou mayst abort the fidget babes that tease the thought. Next let the breath rhythm be low, easy, regular, and slow, so that thy being be in tune with the great sea's Pacific swoon, swayed softly as a windless palm. For let the will to live be bound to the one love of the profound. Fifth, let the thought divinely free from sense observe its entity. Watch every thought that springs, enhance hour after hour thy vigilance, intense and keen, turned inwardness. No atom of analysis, fixed on one thought securely pinned, still every whisper of the wind. So like a flame, straight and unstirred, burn up thy being in one word. Next, still that ecstasy prolong, thy meditation steep and strong. Slaying even God, should he distract thy attention from the chosen act. Last, all these things in one are powered, timed at the midnight blossom flowered. The oneness is yet even in this, my son, thou shalt not do amiss. If thou restrain the expressions, shew thy glance to rapture's darkling root. Discarding name, form, sight, and stress, even of this high consciousness. Pierce the heart, I leave thee here. Thou art the master of the silver star. Crowley. There are 7 keys to the great gate, being 8 in 1 and 1 in 8. First let the body of thee be still, bound by the cerements of will. Corpse rigid, thus thou mayst abort the fidget babes that tease the thought. Next, let the breath rhythm be low, easy, regular, and slow, so that thy being be in tune with the great sea's Pacific swoon. Third, let thy life be pure and calm, swayed softly as a windless palm. Fourth, let the will to live be bound to the one love of the profound. Fifth, let the thought divinely free from sense observe its entity. Watch every thought that springs in hands, over after thy vigilance, in twice and keen turned inward miss no atom of analysis. Sixth, on one thought securely dim, still every whisper of the wind, like a flame strong and unstained. Burn up thy being in one word. Next, still that ecstasy prolong, thy meditations deep and strong, slaying even God should he distract thy attention from the chosen act. Last, all these things in one o'erpowered, time that the midnight blossom flowered. The oneness is yet even in nuance. If thou restrain the expression to thy lips to rapture's sparkling root, discarding name, form, sight, and stress. First to the heart, I leave thee here, thou the master of all brother of the silver There are 7 keys to the great gate, being 8 in one and 1 in 8. First, let the body of thee be still, bound by the cerements of a will. Core frigate, thus thou mayst aboard the fidget babe to tease the thought. Next, let the breath rhythm be low, easy, regular, and slow. So let thy being be in tune with the great sea's Pacific swoon. Third, let thy life be pure and calm, sway softly as a windless palm. Fourth, let the will to live be bound to the one love of the profound. Fifth, let the thought divinely free from sense observe its entity. Watch every thought that springs, enhance hour after hour thy vigilance. Intense and keen, turned inward, miss no atom of analysis. Sixth, on one thought securely pinned, still every whisper of the wind. Next, still that ecstasy, prolong thy meditation, steep and strong. Distract thy attention from the chosen act. Last, all these things in one overpower time, let the midnight blossom flower. The oneness is yet even in this, my son, thou shalt not do amiss. If thou restrain the expression, shoot thy glance to rapture's darkling root. Discarding the form, side, and stress, even on this high consciousness. Pierce to the heart, I leave thee here. Thou art the master, I will dig. Thy radiance that rolls afar, oh brother of the silver star. Man has the right to live by his own law, to live in the way that he wills to do, to work as he will, to play as he will, to rest as he will, to die when and how he will. To man has the right to eat what he will, to drink what he will. Yeah. Free man has the right to think what he will. To draw, paint, to carve, and snow, build as he will, to dress as he will. Take your fill and will of love as you will. Kill those who would forfeit mighty mountains. O lion and O serpent that destroy the destroyer, be mighty mountains. O lion and O serpent that destroy the destroyer, be mighty mountains. The priest joins hands upon the breast of the priestess and takes back his lance. He turns to the throughout, lowers and raises the lance and makes upon them. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Love is the law. Love and the will. He lowers the lance and turns to each priestess, takes the lance in her right hand and her left hand, in the left hand she offers the hand. The priest kneels. He takes the host with the right hand and makes wind on the pattern and consumes it. Silence the priestess takes, uncovers, and offers the cup as before. If you are walking across the wonder and gifts and mindful of reality, and suddenly exclaim, how beautiful is this tree? How magnificent is it? You forfeit life, the intrusion of self, and the imposing of judgment separates you from reality and snares you in the net of words. Be still and know. Embrace it all in silence. Be careful with words. COW gives no milk. MANURE has no stench. LOVE knows no passion. Mistake words for truth, and you exile yourself from reality. Others may follow and drink the poison of your confusion. They will die and truth will be defiled. Hillel and Shammai received the teaching from Shemaiah and Naphtali. Hillel said, be disciples of Aaron, loving peace and acting peacefully, loving people and drawing them to reality. Pursuing fame is self-destructive. It distracts us from reality and focuses our energy on ourselves. Those who do not increase knowledge, decrease knowledge. But don't mistake knowledge for talk. One who knows acts knowingly. Fools talk, and their talk too often fools. Those who cease to learn cease to live. life is learning, attending to reality. Anything less is the sleepwalk of death. Those who misuse knowledge shall not endure, for only reality endures. If you are not attending to reality, where are you? If I am not for myself, who will be for me? If I am only for myself, what am I? And if not now, when? Attend to reality diligently. Say little and do much. Receive all people with kindness. Make yourself a sage. Rely upon reality, not authority. Free yourself from crippling self-consciousness. Attend to each moment and act without hesitation. Do not tithe by guesswork. Justice is not a matter of whim. Today, you may feel generous. Tomorrow, you may feel stingy. Give what is just because it is just. I grew up among the sage. All my life I listened to their words. Yet I have found nothing better than silence. Study is not the goal. Doing is, do not mistake talk for action. Pity fills no stomach. Compassion builds no house. Understanding is not yet justice. Whoever multiplies words causes confusion. The truth that can be spoken is not the ultimate truth. Ultimate truth is wordless, the silence within the silence. More than the absence of speech, more than the absence of words. Ultimate truth is the seamless being in place that comes with attending to reality. The world stands upon three things: upon truth, upon peace, upon justice. Speak truth each to the other. Establish peace and render honest judgment in your gates.
Rabbi Eliezer HaKapar said envy, lust, and thirst for honor drive a person into the self and out of the world. Rabbi Eliezer HaKapar used to say, those who are born are destined to die. Those who die are destined to return. Those who live are destined to be. With reality, there is no wrong, no forgetting, no bias, no bribe. All is as it must be. There is no escape. Despite your wishes, you were conceived. Despite your wishes, you were born. Despite your wishes, you live. Despite your wishes, you die. Despite your wishes, you are destined to deal with the consequences of your actions. So get on with it. Chapter 5. The world was created by uttering 10 phrases. Why 10? When it could have been created through one. To make clear that there is nothing apart from reality. No detail too small as to be unworthy of attention. The world was created by uttering 10 phrases. Why 10 when it could have been created through one? To make clear that there is nothing apart from reality. No detail too small as to be unworthy of attention. This clarity makes possible the wicked one's retribution and the righteous one's reward. The wicked deny reality and defile their own home. The punishment is fear of the world. The righteous attend to reality and establish holiness. Their reward is equanimity in the world. From Adam to Noah, there were 10 generations. From the creation of humanity to its destruction, there were 10 generations. Why? To teach us the value of patience. Each generation, from Adam to Noah, violated the truth it had been shown. Yet no reaction was forthcoming until the 10th. Reality awaits for us to return to truth. But continued violation reaches a point of no return. Creation and civilization both collapse into chaos. From Noah to Abraham, there were 10 generations. From the destruction of humanity to its redirection, there were 10 generations. Why? To teach us the value of patience. Each generation from Noah to Abraham violated the truth it had been shown, yet no reaction was forthcoming until the 10th. There is no block to turning other than the habit of our own delusion. At any time we may choose holiness, establish justice, spread compassion, thus receive the reward of attending to reality. A healthy and nurturing world. 10 trials were inflicted upon Abraham, and he withstood them all. Why? To show how great was his commitment. Suffering is the stuff of life, and through suffering, one opens the heart to compassion, the shared pain of living beings. We withstand our trials by feeling the pain without abandoning the world, suffering without bitterness. We do justly, even in the face of unjust adversity. 10 wonders were done for our ancestors in Egypt and 10 at the sea. What was their merit? That wonders were done on their behalf? We do not merit wonder. We simply open our eyes to it. Wonder is the heart of life, beating in the breast of the living. Do not imagine that you merit wonder. Only dare to encounter it. 10 plagues fell upon the Egyptians in Egypt, and 10 at the sea. What was their sin that this was done? The perversion of justice, the enslaving of others, the worship of delusion, the violation of holiness. Such deeds attract chaos, uproot mercy, drive out friendship, and plunge the world into darkness. 10 times did our ancestors test reality. They have tested me 10 times and have not listened to my voice. What is it to test reality? To work against holiness. To fail to hear the cry of justice. To refuse to listen to words of wisdom. Life is forever whispering its secrets. Justice, love, compassion, the greater unity within and beyond all diversity. We are too busy to listen, too noisy to hear anything. but our own foolishness. Be silent, be still, listen, and attend. Ten miracles occurred in the temple. The aroma of sacrifice caused no miscarriages. No sacrifice ever spoiled. No fly was ever found in the slaughterhouse. The high priest was never unclean on Yom Kippur. The rain never doused the altar fire. No wind ever dispersed the altar smoke. The omer, loaves, and showbread had no defect. The people stood pressed together, but had ample room to bow. No snake or scorpion ever struck in Jerusalem. No one ever said to another, there is no room in which to spend the night in Jerusalem. Miracles are the ordinary, revealed in their simple splendor. The temple was a place of miracles. For if the wonder of the ordinary, where is that place in life? Why is it not here? 10 things were created at twilight on Sabbath Eve. The mouth of the earth, the mouth of the well, the mouth of the ass, the rainbow, the manna, the rod of Moses, the shamir, the stone-eating worm, the Hebrew alphabet, writing, and the 10 Commandments. And some say also the destructive forces of nature, the hidden grave of Moses, and the ram of Abraham. And some say also the pliers with which pliers were made, the archetypal forms of all creation. There are 7 characteristics of boors and 7 of sages. Sages do not speak before those whose wisdom and experience exceed their own. Do not interrupt another's words. Are not in a hurry to reply. Ask relevant questions, give relevant answers. Speak without deception. Feel free to say, I don't know. When the matter is unfamiliar, acknowledge the truth and admit error. The boar is marked by the opposite of these. 7 misdeeds bring their own misfortune. Robbing the poor of tithes brings famine. Horrific crimes and violating nature bring plague. Perverting justice and truth brings war. Spreading false teachings brings chaos. Idolatry, lust, violence, and the exploitation of nature brings exile. At 4 periods does disease increase in the 4th year, in the 7th, at the conclusion of the 7th year, and at the conclusion of Sukkot. In the 4th year, if we neglect the tithe to the poor during the 3rd year, in the 7th year, if we neglect the tithe to the poor during the 6th year, at the conclusion of the 7th year, if we neglect the law, and let not the poor eat of the fields, during the sabbatical year, at the conclusion of Sukkot, if we rob the poor of the portion of the harvest, do not imagine you can thrive at the expense of others. Injustice to the least undermines the health of all. There are 4 kinds of people. There are those who say what's mine is mine, and what's yours is yours. There are average people, though some say they are like the people of Sodom. There are those who say what's mine is yours and what's yours is mine. These are bores. There are those who say what's mine is yours and what's yours is yours. These are pious. There are those who say there are 7 characteristics of There are those who say what's mine is yours and what's yours is yours. These are pious. There are those who say what's mine is mine and what's yours is mine. These are wicked. There are 4 kinds of temperament: easy to anger, easy to calm. The negative is cancelled by the positive. Hard to anger, hard to calm. The positive is cancelled by the negative. Hard to anger, easy to calm. Such people are truly holy. Easy to anger, hard to calm. Such people are truly wicked.
Lost in wonder, empty of self and mindful of reality. And suddenly you interrupt this piece to exclaim, how beautiful is this tree, how magnificent this field. You forfeit life, the intrusion of self, and the imposing of judgment separates you from reality and snares you in the net of words. Be still and know, embrace it all in silence. Be careful with words. C-O-W gives no milk. M-A-N-U-R-E has no stench. L-O-V knows no passion. Mistake words for truth, and you exile yourself from reality. Others may follow and drink the poison of your confusion. They will die, and truth will be defiled. Hillel and Shammai received the teaching from Shemaiah and Naphtalian. Hillel said, be disciples of Aaron, loving peace and acting peacefully, loving people and drawing them to destructive. It distracts us from reality and focuses our energy on ourselves. Those who do not increase knowledge decrease knowledge. But don't mistake knowledge for talk. One who knows acts knowingly, fools talk, and their talk too often fools. Those who cease to learn cease to live. Life is learning, attending to reality. Anything less is the sleepwalk of death. Those who misuse knowledge shall not endure, for only reality endures. If you are not attending to reality, where are you? If I am only for myself, who will be for me? If I am only for myself, what am I? And if not now, when? Attend to reality diligently, say little and do much. Receive all people with kindness. Make yourself a sage. Rely upon reality, not authority. Free yourself from crippling self-consciousness. Attend to each moment and act without hesitation. Do not tithe by guesswork. Justice is not a matter of whim. Today you may feel generous. Tomorrow you may feel stingy. Give what is just because it is just. I grew up among the sages. All my life I listened to their words, yet I have found nothing better than silence. Study is not the goal, doing is do not mistake talk for action. Pity fills no stomach, compassion builds no house. Understanding is not yet justice. Whoever multiplies words causes confusion. The truth that can be spoken is not the ultimate truth. Ultimate truth is wordless. The silence within the silence. More than the absence of speech, more than the absence of words. Ultimate truth is the seamless being in place that comes with attending to reality. The world stands upon three things: upon truth, upon peace, upon justice. Speak truth each to the other. Establish peace. And render honest judgment in your gates. What is the right path for a person to follow? One that honors both self and other. Be attentive in all you do. Do not judge one be small and another great. For you cannot always know their significance. Be virtuous, even if virtue is costly. Avoid sin, even if sin is profitable. Remember three things, and you will not err. If your deeds shouldn't be known, perhaps they shouldn't be done. If your words shouldn't be shared, perhaps they shouldn't be spoken. Act with attention, for all your deeds have consequence. Engrossed in study, engaged in the empty of self and mindful of reality. And suddenly you interrupt this peace to exclaim, how beautiful is this tree? How magnificent this field? You forfeit life. The intrusion of self and the imposing of judgment separates you from reality and snares you in the net of words. Be still and know. Embrace it all in silence. Be careful with words. C-O-W gives no milk. M-A-N-U-R-E has no stench. L-O-V-E knows no passion. Mistake words for truth, and you exile yourself from reality. Others may follow and drink the poison of your confusion. They will die and truth will be defiled. Hillel and Sham, I received the teaching from Shemaiah and Aftalion. Hillel said, be disciples of Aaron, loving peace and acting peacefully, loving people and drawing them to reality. Pursuing fame is self-destructive. It distracts us from reality and focuses our energy on ourselves. Those who do not increase knowledge, decrease knowledge. But don't mistake knowledge for talk. One who knows acts knowingly. Fools talk, and their talk too often fools. Those who cease to learn, cease to live. Life is learning, attending to reality. Anything less is the sleepwalk of death. Those who misuse knowledge shall not endure, for only reality endures. If you are not attending to reality, where are you? If I am not for myself, who will be for me? If I am only for myself, what am I? And if not now, when? Attend to reality diligently, say little and do much, receive all people with kindness, make yourself a sage, rely upon reality, not authority, free yourself from crippling self-consciousness, attend to each moment, and act without hesitation. Do not tithe by guesswork. Justice is not a matter of whim. Today you may feel generous. Tomorrow you may feel stingy. Give what is just because it is just. I grew up among the sages. All my life I listened to their words. Yet I have found nothing better than silence. Study is not the goal. Doing is do not mistake thought for action. Pity fills no stomach. Compassion builds no house. Understanding is not yet just.
There are four kinds of learners: quick to grasp, quick to forget. Gain is cancelled by the loss. Slow to grasp, slow to forget. Loss is cancelled by the gain. Quick to grasp, slow to forget. A sage. Slow to grasp, quick to forget. The worst learner of all. There are four attitudes among those who give charity: those who give but wish that others did not give. These covet what belongs to others. Those who do not give but wish others would give, these hoard what belongs to themselves. Those who give and wish others would give, these are truly holy. Those who do not give and wish others would not give, these are truly wicked. There are 4 attitudes relating to the house of study. Those who go but do not live what they learn, these get credit for nothing. These get credit for going. Those who live what they learn but no longer go, these get credit for doing. Those who go and do, these are truly holy. Those who neither go nor do, these are truly wicked. There are 4 types among those who sit before the sages: sponges, funnels, strainers, and sieves. Sponges, these absorb everything. Funnels, these take it all in at one end and let it all out at the other. Strainers, these let the wine out and retain the sediment. Sieves, these let out the dust and keep the flour. Love that is contingent upon something else, when that something is gone, love is gone. Love that is contingent upon nothing, such a love will never end. What is an example of contingent love? The love between Amnon and Tamar. For Amnon loved her beauty, but did not respect her person. What is an example of uncontingent love?
4 kinds of learners to grasp.
What is an example of uncontingent love? The love between David and Jonathan. For even as they were rivals for the throne, the love for each other survived. Every dispute for the sake of truth will in the end prove constructive. Every dispute not for the sake of truth will in the end prove destructive. What is a dispute for the sake of truth? That between Hillel and Shammai, for though they argued, their only aim was to reveal the truth. What is a dispute not for the sake of truth? That between the Korach and his followers, for they argued not for truth but for power, not for the sake of the people, eager to know reality, but for themselves and their hunger to rule over others. One who leads the community toward virtue never causes sin. One who leads the community towards sin never finds virtue. Moses was virtuous and never led the community to sin. Therefore, the virtue of the community was credited to him. Jeroboam ben Nebat sinned and led the people to sin. Therefore, the sin of the people is credited to him. 3 traits make one a disciple of Abraham. 3 others make one a disciple of Bilam: a discerning eye, humble heart, tranquil spirit. These are the traits of Abraham. A foolish eye, a lustful heart, an arrogant spirit. These are the traits of Bilam. The disciples of Abraham eat of this world and inherit tranquility. The disciples of Bilam hunger in this world and inherit confusion. Judah ben Timah said, "Be strong as a leopard, light as an eagle, swift as a deer, and brave as a lion when carrying out the tasks of righteousness." Judah ben Timah used to say, "One who hardens his face against the world is trapped within the self, closed to reality, and lost in a land of exiled selves and selfishness. One who softens her face before the world, forgets the self, is open to reality, and creates a world of compassion and peace where each is a part of everyone, and everyone a part of all."
How can be talked about, but not the eternal
Typically, Michigan.
tongue. Names can be named, but not the eternal name. As the origin of heaven and earth, it is nameless. As the mother of all things, it is nameable. So is ever hidden, we should look at its inner essence. When all the world recognizes beauty as beauty, this in itself is ugliness. When all the world recognizes good as good, this in itself is evil. Indeed, the hidden and the manifest give birth to each other. Difficult and easy complement each other. Long and short exhibit each other. High and low set measure to each other. Voice and sound harmonize each other. Back and front follow each other. Therefore the sage manages his affairs without ado, and spreads his teaching without talking. He denies nothing to the team in things, he rears them, but lays no claim to them. He does his work, but sets no store by it. He accomplishes his task, but does not dwell upon it. And yet it is just because he does not dwell on it that nobody can ever take it away from him. As always manifest, we should look at its outer aspects. These two flow from the same source, though differently named, and both are called mysteries. The mystery of mysteries is the door of all essence. By not exalting the talented, he will cause the people to cease from rivalry and contention. By not prizing goods hard to get, you will cause the people to cease from robbing and stealing. By not displaying what is desirable, you will cause the people's hearts to remain undisturbed. by emptying the heart of desires, filling the belly with food, weakening the ambitions, toughening the bones. In this way, he will cause the people to remain without knowledge and without desire, and prevent the knowing ones from any adult practicing on a door, and everything will be in order.
The towel is like an empty bowl, which in being used can never be filled up fathomless. It seems to be the origin of all things. It runs so sharp as it unties all tangles, it harmonizes all regrets. It unites the world into one living each.
Yet it seems to exist forever. I do not know whose child it is. It seems to be the common ancestor of all, the father of things.
Heaven and earth is not sentimental. It treats all things as strong. The sage is not sentimental. He treats all his people as strong.
Judah Ben Tema used to say, 5 is the age to begin to study scripture, 10 to study Mishnah, 13 to undertake mitzvot, righteous deeds, 15 to study Talmud, 18 to marry, 20 to start a career, 30 to attain full strength, 40 to acquire experience, 50 to give counsel, 60 to attain intellectual maturity, 70 to provide communal leadership, 80 to reach spiritual strength, 90 to come to humble renunciation, 100 to accomplish perfect grace. Having passed beyond clinging to this world, Ben Bagbag said, turn it and turn it, for everything is in it, and through it comes clarity of mind. Grow old and gray in it, and from it do not depart. For there is no better work than this. And what is it? Torah. Truth. The shifting moments of everyday reality. Tend to these and live. Even unto the last beating of the heart, ignore them and die. Even while the heart beats strongly. Then hi, said effort is its own reward. We are here to do, and through doing to learn, and through learning to know, and through knowing to experience wonder, and through wonder to attain wisdom, and through wisdom to find simplicity, and through simplicity to give attention, and through attention to see what needs to be done. Rabbi Maya said, attend to reality for its own sake, for attention itself sustains creation. The wise are called friend, lover, joy bringer, clothed with humility, avoiding evil, embracing virtue. They lend good counsel, sound wisdom, insight. The wise are called friend, lover, joy bringer, clothed with humility, avoiding evil, embracing virtue. They lend good counsel, sound wisdom, insight, strength. Through attention to reality comes self-control and discernment. Secrets are revealed, and one becomes an ever-fresh spring of wisdom. The sage is honored above all others, and yet remains modest, patient, and forgiving. Rabbi Joshua ben Levi said, every moment a voice from heaven resounds from Mount Horeb. Woe to those who disregard Torah, for they lack insight, act unjustly, and exile themselves from holiness. All who practice Torah, tending to life and revealing truth, will be exalted, taking up the path of justice and compassion. They lift up the world and thus are themselves uplifted. One who learns from a person, one chapter, one law, one verse, one expression, or one letter, must treat that person with honor. King David learned only 2 words from Ahithophel, and yet called him my equal, my guide, my beloved. If the king of Israel acted thus, how much more must we honor even the least of our teachers? Honor comes through Torah, for Torah teaches us to honor both self and other. Good comes through Torah, for Torah teaches the way of justice, compassion, humility. This is the way of Torah, the way of attending to reality, to eat simply, to drink even water moderately, to sleep soundly, even if on the ground, to endure hardships with grace and humor, to be ever attentive. Do this and tranquility will be yours. You will grieve in times of mourning, rejoice in times of celebration. You will allow each moment its due and each task its effort. You will accept the transience of life and cease to cling either to suffering or to joy. Do not seek self-aggrandizement, nor covet fame. Let your deeds exceed your learning. Do not crave the table of power, for the table of wisdom is bigger still. The crown of the wise is greater than the diadem of kings. Reality can be trusted to pay the reward for your work, for all our deeds have consequence. Becoming a sage is more difficult than becoming a priest or even a king. Kingship requires 30 qualifications, priesthood 24. But the way of Torah requires 48. Learning, attention, clarity of mind and tongue, an intuitive heart, awe, reverence, humility, joy, simplicity, apprenticeship to sages, friendship with colleagues, challenging students, calm deliberation, knowledge of scripture and Mishnah, balance in business, worldly affairs, and sexual intimacy, sufficient sleep, avoiding gossip, maintaining humor, slow to anger, with a gentle heart, trusting the sages, accepting suffering, knowing one's calling, rejoicing in one's portion, guarding one's words, not claiming merit for oneself, being loved, loving God, humanity, charity, and reproof, not seeking out honors, not boasting of one's education, being loath to judge, sharing the burdens of others, giving people the benefit of doubt, leading others to truth and peace, being meticulous in study, asking probing questions, answering queries honestly, listening and discussing, learning in order to teach and practice, honing one's teacher's wisdom with questions, contemplation, giving credit to those who taught one. Whoever credits a teaching to its author brings redemption to the world. Great is Torah, calling us to attend to reality in this world and the world to come. In this world, through justice and compassion. In the world to come, through openness to life's greater unity. In this world, by teaching us to attend here and now. In the world to come, by teaching us to attend here and now. All worlds are present here. All time is present now. When attending to the moment, there is no division. Inattention divides now from then, causing division, isolation, clinging, and despair. Rabbi Shimon ben Judah said in the name of Shimon ben Yochai, beauty, strength, riches, honor, wisdom, old age, gray hair, and children befit the righteous and are becoming to the world. These will come in their time, so too their opposites. Do not anticipate the one, nor cling to the other, but allow each to rise and fall of its own accord. In this way the righteous become wise, the wise become simple, the simple become ordinary, and the ordinary become fulfilled. Rabbi Yosef ben Kizma said, once when I was walking, I met a man who offered me a lucrative position in his town. I said, even if you were to give me all the world's wealth, it would not live elsewhere than in a place of Torah. A place without Torah is a place lost to justice and compassion, a place confused by inattention, a place without good deeds. When we die, nothing accompanies us but our insight and good deeds. While we live, these sustain us. Do not choose to live in a place without honor. But if you find yourself there, strive to be honorable. 5 things lead to the Holy One. Torah, the teaching of wisdom. Heaven and earth, the daily reality of ordinary things. Abraham and Sarah, the parents of all who seek the truth. Israel, all those who wrestle with the ultimate. The temple, the ever-present place of God. Everything that God, the source and substance of all, creates in this world, everything that God, the source and substance of all, creates in this world flows naturally from the essence of God's divine nature. Creation is not a choice, but a necessity. It is God's nature to unfold time and space. Creation is the extension of God. Creation is God, encountered in time and space. Creation is the infinite in the garb of the finite. To attend to creation is to attend to God. To attend to the moment is to attend to eternity. To attend to the part is to attend to the whole. To attend to reality is to live constructively. Epilogue. Rabbi Hanania ben Akashia said, reality is infinite. The infinite includes the finite. For the finite to know the infinite, reality fashions the human mind. To cultivate that mind, reality reveals truth, pointing the finite back to the infinite. To bring truth to humankind, reality creates sages. Carry it into the world. The sages of Israel carry it as Torah. To carry Torah into the world, The sages ordain mitzvot. Do justly, love mercy, walk humbly. Mitzvot and Torah, the gifts of reality, given to the world through the sages of Israel. We honor the gift by living it ourselves. About the author of this book that I've been reading, Rami Shapiro, rabbi and storyteller of Temple Beth or in Miami, Florida, is an award-winning poet and essayist whose liturgical poems are used in prayer services throughout North America. He has published more than a dozen books of poetry, liturgy, stories, and nonfiction. Rabbi Shapiro holds a doctoral degree in religious studies and lectures widely on contemporary Jewish spirituality. He is the director of the Rashit Institute for Jewish Spirituality in Miami, Florida, where he lives with his wife, son, and 2 dogs. He spends whatever free time he has communing with his teachers, Martin Buber, Dogen, Ralph Waldo Emerson, Alan Watts, and Krishnamurti. All right, I hope you enjoyed that reading. This has been a complete reading of the Wisdom of the Jewish Sages, a modern reading of Pirkei Avot. Pirkei Avot, collection of rabbinic sayings compiled sometime between the year 250-275 the Common Era, transmitted, eventually recorded in Hebrew, some passages in Aramaic. Okay, this has been read by candidate John Kitover, running for Chicago mayoral candidacy. Go to chicagomayorvote.com or text the campaign at 312-498-0517 or email johnkitover2027@gmail.com. Go to chicagomayorvote.com. Go to BrandonJohnsonChicago.com, AlexiGiannopoulos.fraud.com. I have to re-upload those sites because Meta AI or Meta or Manus went actually separated back again from Meta. So here we are. Hope you enjoyed that reading. I'm going to put some music on. We just clipped the whole book onto YouTube across multiple accounts, and now I have to turn all those videos to public to get those clips out. And then we can listen to Pirkei Avot, the audiobook.
Bluetooth.
There seems to be a bellows. It is empty, and yet it is inexhaustible. The more it works, the more comes out of it. No amount of words can fathom it. Better look for it where within you. The spirit of the fountain dies in what is called the mysterious feminine. The doorway of the mysterious feminine is called the Roder Tabernacle. Lingering like gossamer, it is only a hint of existence. And yet, when you draw upon it, it is Heaven lasts long and earth abides. What is the secret of their durability? Is it not because they do not live for themselves that they can live so long? Therefore, the sage wants to remain behind, but finds himself at the head of others, reckons himself out, but finds himself safe and secure. Is it not because he is selfless that his self is realized? The highest form of goodness is like water. Water knows how to benefit. Flows without strife and talked about, but not the eternal time. Names can be named, but not the eternal name. As the origin of heaven and earth in his nameless, as the mother of all things it is nameless, so as ever hidden, we should look at its inner essence. When all the world recognizes beauty as beauty, this in itself is ugliness. When all the world recognizes good as good, this in itself is evil. Indeed, the hidden and the manifest give birth to each other. Difficult and easy complement each other. All and short exhibit each other. High and low set measure to each other. Voice and sound harmonize each other. Back and front follow each other. Therefore the sage manages his affairs without ado and spreads his teaching without talking. It is nothing to the teeming thing. He rears them but lays no claim to them. He does his work but sets no store by it. He accomplishes his task but does not dwell upon it. And yet it is just because he does not dwell on it that nobody can ever take it away from him. As always manifest, we should look at its outer aspects. These two flow from the same source, though differently named, and both are called mysteries. The mystery of mysteries is the door of all lessons. By not exalting the talented, you will cause the people to cease from rivalry and contention. By not prizing goods hard to get, you will cause the people to cease from robbing and stealing. By not displaying what is desirable, it would cause the people's hearts to remain undisturbed. Therefore, the sage's way of governing begins by emptying the heart of desire, filling the belly with food, weakening the ambition.